Any man who invites locusts should not complain when the locust eats up his house. The fire that burnt Dike's house was lit by him.
Hello story lovers, welcome to Nana's Fairy Tales, where we share amazing and interesting stories. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get notified when we upload another enchanting tale.
Obioma picked up courage and went to her grandmother, since she's closer to her grandmother than she is to her mother. She told her grandmother that she is pregnant for Dike. Her grandmother was dumbfounded. She was still and quiet. She wasn't saying anything. She kept staring deep into Obioma's eyes. She held Obioma, who had already soaked herself up in tears, and said, "You poor thing, I pray you pull through." She hugged her and Obioma wept in her arms. Obioma's mother noticed the changes in her body. She woke her up in the middle of the night one day and said to her, "What are these changes I'm noticing in your body? Don't tell me you're pregnant." Obioma was looking at her mother. She couldn't say anything. Her mother yelled at her, "Say something, you fool. Tell me you're fine." Obioma's voice broke down. She looked at her mother with tears in her eyes. Her mother was confused and began again. "Have you told him? Have you told the person responsible for your pregnancy?" Obioma nodded in affirmation. "And what did he say?" her mother continued. Obioma said with a sorrowful voice, "Mama, I'm sorry." "You're sorry for what?" the mother questions. "What did he say?" I asked you. "He said that I should abort it." Obioma's mother's heart went sore. She slapped Obioma on the face and yelled at her, "You are a big fool. I warned you. It's only a madman that stays awake and rat eats his food. You are damn stupid. So what happens to you now? Have a child without a father like yourself? How was growing up without a father like? Did you enjoy it? You want your own child to go through that same pain? We are going to that boy's house tomorrow." The next morning, Obioma and her mother were in Dike's house. Dike's father was sitting in front of their house. "To what do I owe this visit?" asked Dike's father. Obioma's mother said to him, "Good morning, Dike. Tell your son that the goods he ordered had landed." Dike's father got the message immediately. As he saw Obioma standing beside her mother sobbing, he knew what was going on. He called Dike. Dike came out of his room and saw Obioma and her mother. He knew they had come for him. His father said to him, "Come and speak to your visitors." When Dike came outside, he looked at Obioma and her mother and looked away. He said to his father, "Papa, I don't know them. I don't know why they're looking for me." Obioma's mother looked at her. Obioma was confused. She said to Dike, "What do you mean, Dike? Before I met you, I didn't know any man. You are the only man I've known all my life. You're denying me and your unborn child?" Dike yelled at her, "Young lady, please carry your pregnancy and move front. I don't know you and I don't know what you are talking about." Obioma and her mother stood there looking like fools. Dike's father said to them, "Woman, you people can go." Obioma's mother said to Dike, "The gods have heard you, and the gods were watching you when you took my daughter to bed. The gods are still watching you as you bluntly denied my daughter and the seed you planted in her womb." She dragged her daughter and they left. When they got home, the atmosphere was quiet, apart from Obioma's mother, who was pacing up and down and hissing like a snake that has lost its way. She broke the silence and began to yell at Obioma. So what do you want to do now? Keep a child without a father or what? I warned you about the people of this community. It takes them nothing to cut you off because they know that no one will speak for you. You don't have a father in the king's council. You don't have a kinsman who is a prominent man in this community. So who would you run to for help? Obioma kept crying. If tears could drown a soul, Obioma should have been long gone. Obioma was running an errand one evening when she met Dike on the way. Dike saw her and kept a straight face. Obioma saw Dike and went after him. What have I done to you to deserve the shame you're causing me and my family? Where did I go wrong? I thought you said you loved me and that you're always ready to spend the rest of your life with me, said Obioma. Dike looked at her and said, I told you that I am not ready. You shouldn't keep that child. Terminate it. I should terminate it and then what? Said Obioma. Come back and become your plaything again? I'm not good for a wife, but good for pleasure, right? Obioma broke down in tears. She began to plead with Dike to take her, to accept her and the child, but Dike walked out on her. The news of Obioma getting pregnant began to fly around in the village. Obioma became an object of ridicule. The maidens point fingers at her each time she walks past and murmurs all sorts of awful things about her. Obioma couldn't bear the shame. She cries herself to sleep every night. One night, she walked out of her room and went straight to the shrine of Agbala, the goddess of revenge. She went to the shrine and began to weep. The shrine has no priest or priestess in charge of it. People just go there and pour out their aggression. Obioma laid in the shrine and wept. She kept screaming Agbala's name and crying. She laid there soliloquizing. She recounted her journey with Dike and was yelling at the top of her voice, I want vengeance, Agbala. Castrate his loins. As long as he denied this child in my womb, deny him seeds, may no child ever call him father. Obioma went and grabbed some poisonous leaves and ate. She laid at Agbala's shrine and bled to death. She wailed and called her mother, but she wasn't there to save her. Obioma lost so much blood, she was in so much pain, and she died there. Her mother searched everywhere for her in the morning, but she wasn't anywhere in sight. Her mother panicked. I hope this girl has not done anything stupid, she said. I hope she's safe wherever she is. Where could she be? It's been 4 days and they still haven't found Obioma. They were in their home still thinking of the next thing to do when 2 men came and told them that they saw Obioma lying dead at Agbala's shrine. Obioma's mother couldn't take the shock of the news. She passed out. When she woke up, she kept shouting Obioma's name. Her world went blank. She had lost everything. She went one morning to Dike's house and said to him, I packed the sands of your feet. They are cursed. Locusts will eat up your home just like it ate mine. You will never get away with what you did to my child and her unborn child. With your lips, you will spell suffer back and forth. Dike was looking at Obioma's mother as though she had lost her senses. But only the gods know what Dike's eyes are about. This is just the beginning of the story. I hope you had a nice time listening to the story. What do you think would happen to Dike? Do you think the gods will be merciful enough to pardon him? Or do you think that one by one he would pay for his sins? Watch out for the next episode of the story. Don't forget to share your thoughts about the story and always come back for more. See you.